Yeah, you know, you gotta show the camera.
Andy's at 5,000, the blinds are 15 and 30. Quick fold by Mike Sexton, and now Jessie Martin, originally out of Northborough, Massachusetts, now living in L.A. He has big slick ace king of hearts.
Great way to lead off this final table, the premium hand.
He's gonna raise it to 85,000 to go. Right behind him, Jared Griener with the king jack of diamonds calls. Daniel Strelitz going out, he's the chip leader. And also going out is Simeon, but now Richard Tuhrim,
85.
a chess national master, 23 years old, out of New York, has a pair of threes.
Now, Bobby Fischer here has a decision to make. Decides to call, but he's on a short stack, so he can't speculate too much.
So pot number one, nice action, three-handed. The flop is a 9-8-4, no one getting lucky there.
Not much for anyone here. I'm wondering if Jared will seize on this pot. He's in position. He's got a couple of backdoor draws to go along with his overcards. Nope, decides to check it back. Perhaps worried that Richard will just go all in over a bet.
Everyone checking a queen on the turn. Jared picks up a straight draw. And the chess master checks.
Still not much happening on this board, and checks around a second time.
River card coming up.
Bang!
Wow! 10 hits, makes a straight there for Jared.
Now, Jared's got the nuts, but I doubt he expects to get a lot of money out of his hand after getting checked to in all three streets. That's 205,000 into 3.
Richard going out, and now Jessie Martin. Jessie going out as well, so pot number one going to Jared Griener. He's 30 years old, out of Huntington Beach, California, right down the road, and it's his first WPT final table.
Good first hand, boys.
Wonder if he's a Pats fan. Said he's been on a downswing recently and satellited into this LAPC main event, so that should fix his downswing.
Fold by Jared, and now the chip leader Daniel Strelitz is going to raise. He's also from Orange County. He's going to get action by Simeon with ace-queen.
I was curious whether Simeon would call or re-raise here pre-flop. He's decided to call, maybe trying to set up one of those short stacks behind him. Now over to Jessie with queen-jack suited in the big blind.
Yeah, he likes it. He'll make the call. Three-way action again. Let's see who will get lucky on the flop. It's a 10-5-4, so no one.
Yeah, nobody connects on this board here. Jessie's got a little piece, overcards and some backdoor draws, but Simeon with the best hand, he's gonna bet, take the lead in this pot.
The Bulgarian, 29 years old. Tough player taking a shot at this. And he will win it with that. Just ace high, taking the pot. There are his Bulgarian railbirds, rooting him on.
I wonder if they came over after they realized he was deep in the event, or if they were already here and he just so happened to have them come out for this final table.
Yeah, it's amazing how it happens when if you make a final table.
You got friends you never knew you had.
Exactly. They come out of the woodwork. A quick fold by the Bulgarian. Also Richard going out.
Mike Sexton raises to 75,000 on the button with an ace-deuce into the blinds.
Mike looking very serious.
He's looking professional too, suit and tie.
Wanting to take his first pot here tonight. Will he get action with his ace high? Everyone folding. Mike Sexton, the Hall of Famer, taking down this pot, picking up the antes and the blinds.
I'm doing commentary and I didn't bother to wear a tie.
Mike always said a tie at the game is a good thing when you're playing against it, because usually guys that are wearing a tie aren't the strongest players, and now he's contradicting himself here.
It's totally true, Vince. Whenever I see a well-dressed man at the table, I'm like, who is this fish?
Here we got a raise by Strelitz, the chip leader, to 85,000.
You notice our blinds have gone up. We're playing 20,000, 40,000 now. So Daniel, just over the min to 85, but Richard with an ace-7 suited is a real decision.
All in.
Wow, he's going to push all in. An insta-call by Daniel.
These hands essentially played themselves. Daniel called off that 13 big blind shove. Richard out in front here.
He's from New York. He's a poker pro, 23 years old, a great chess player. And his poker life on the line right now.
Doesn't matter what you have. Whenever you're all in against king-queen suited, you don't have a good feeling. You're just, oh, he's got king-queen suited.
Here is the flop, and it's a good one for Richard, hitting sevens. The chess guy looking nice.
7 of clubs for fun.
And Daniel up on his feet, wanting to get lucky. Not there. 9 of hearts, so Richard out in front.
6 outs going to the river for Daniel. King or a queen will send Richard home. Otherwise, he's doubling up.
And the river card.
Ooh, there it is. There it is.
Unbelievable.
And that's all she wrote for Tuhrim.
So that's checkmate for Richard Tuhrim, the chess player, out in 6th place. He'll take home $191,000. Let's go. Here's disappointment.
He's going to call you River Rat.
Richard, tough hand there. You came in here to play cash games at Commerce, and you found yourself in this tournament. Tell us about your experience this week.
It's been a great run, and, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I mean, obviously had to, win some big pots and get a bit lucky to even be here. So, this one didn't go my way, but, shortest in chips anyway. And, there's always other tournaments.
Everyone is out there looking for their perfect match. Someone that completes them, brings them value. Well, at WPT Global, we want to be your perfect match. Get a 100% deposit match bonus, now up to $1,500, along with bonus tournament tickets and more. Deposit today using the promo code YT66 and give your bankroll a perfect match.
With a nothing hand folds, Jessie Martin with Jack 8 of diamonds.
Jesse's got about 17 blinds, sort of an awkward stack.
All in.
Wow.
And he's going for all of it.
He's going to push it with Jack high. Jared behind him with a pair of sevens.
Jared with the decision.
No.
He's out. Okay. Daniel.
He's also out. And Simeon folding, so big-time cash player Jessie Martin, the local, taking it down with Jack high. Very aggressive. Nicely done.
Well, I know those look like big shoves, Vince, but I think that Jesse is aware if he open raises, one of those stacks behind him is just going to come over the top and force him to a decision, so he takes that play away from them.
I'm all in.
Smart poker now. Mike Sexton's pushed all in with an ace-6.
Right, here we go.
I called.
Oh, no, don't do it.
Daniel with the insta-call with ace-10.
Didn't want to see that hand.
I didn't really want to call.
Mike in big trouble.
Strauss is like, I didn't want to call.
Vince, I need help, Vince.
Oh, boy.
Calling out for your help here, Vince.
Show me some love with hearts.
You can do it, Mike. Perhaps.
All right. What do all those guys say one time? Is that what they say?
I think that is what they said.
I need it here one time.
Here we go with the first 3. It's a king-queen 3.
Not a great start.
Jack of hearts for fun.
Could be worse.
Turn card is a 7. The Hall of Famer Mike Sexton needs to get lucky. Can he do it?
Pair of the 7 or 3. I'll settle for that.
Pull the rabbit out of the hat. Come on. I mean, let's see it.
Mike calling for a chop. 7 or 3 would do it.
It's a 3.
Hey, a chop. Still alive.
3s, king, queen, ace plays.
Yeah, lucky hit for Mike. Lucky move for Mike Sexton. Chopping that pot right there in the middle. 5 players remain. Mike is still here. Stay tuned. We're coming back on the LAPC in just a moment.
This guy's asked for a 6, and that's just getting too greedy,
And he's explaining how greed kills in poker, and he's not a greedy guy. That's Mike Sexton. Quick drop there.
You can tell he's done this before. He knows if he asks for the 3-outer, he's going to get punished. But if you ask for the chop, the universe will reward you.
Yeah, the poker gods. All right, it's around to Jared. Queen, 8 of hearts. He's going to raise. Daniel going out with ace high.
I'm a little surprised that Daniel didn't come after Jared there. He's been winning every pot.
And the Bulgarian, Simeon, ace, deuce of diamonds. He's going to play. Flop is a 10-7-3.
Not much for either player.
Simeon's going to check it. And now Jared, with nothing but queen high
180.
and guts, will bet 180,000. Simeon quickly folds his hand. And that's a big smile for Jared. Smile of a man that took it down on a semi-bluff.
Shit, that was the easiest spot I won all night. Can't believe it.
Tell the truth, have you ever given a walk to a short stack in your lifetime?
Oh, all the time.
You haven't done it here.
Yeah, Mike a little bitter about the aggressiveness of Daniel. He's so right, this Daniel just keeps pushing.
I mean, it pains me a great deal, too, but all the time.
I believe it.
Followed by Griener. Action on Daniel. Look at this. With just a 4-3, a junk hand, he'll make it 1:15 to go. But Simeon, behind him with a pair of sixes.
Simeon has really avoided playing hands against Daniel. Finally going to take a flop in position. Mike now with ace-9 suited.
Going to release that. Now Jessie with a pair of fives.
Man, another decision. Now, does Jessie want to call or go all in? Thus far, he's been all in a lot pre-flop, but just going to call.
Two mid pairs. Up against a 4-3, and the flop's at 8-8-4. Jessie with the fives checking. Now, Daniel caught a piece of that. He will make a continuation bet, 180.
It looks like a good board for Daniel, but he's actually in third place.
Simeon with a quick call.
And Jessie, kind of an awkward spot here.
Yeah, he's on the short stack. That would be a nightmare. Great fold by him.
Yeah, very disciplined fold there.
It's a two-way action. Simeon out in front, and he's staying out in front with his jack of hearts on the turn. Daniel losing interest checks. And Simeon will make a bet of 275.
It's a small bet from Simeon, trying to get a little value from a worse hand and block 6 out draws from getting to the river for free.
Now, Daniel hates to get robbed. He's thinking, what does this guy really have? And he makes this call. Down to the river we go. It's a 5. They both check, and Daniel finally losing the pot.
The 5 on the river would have connected with Jessie's pair, but I'm sure once he sees Simeon's pocket sixes, he feels pretty good about his fold.
Not really. You feel bitter because you could have outdrawn the guy.
But in the results-oriented world, he's furious.
A little rest coming, I feel it.
What are you going to do? Anyway, Daniel Strelitz out in front with close to 8.2. Mike down to 685. And the guy that's controlling the game is Strelitz, the young guy from Torrance, California. Just dominating tonight. No real adversity for him so far as he folds this hand. And now Simeon also going out. Sexton, nah, can't pick up a hand. Now Jessie Martin with a queen 6.
On.
Whoa, that seems a bit much.
Well, I was just hoping that Jared has nothing and he can quickly get this. But Jared does have a pair of eights.
I call.
And he will make this call.
That's twice now that Jared has woken up with a real hand, blind versus blind, against a Jessie shove.
Call.
And this time, Jessie at risk of elimination.
Who are you rooting for, Mike?
Jessie being a dog at this point, but not out, of course. Let's go to the flop. It's a king, king 4, no help for Jessie.
Very good looking flop for Jared here. Jessie starting to collect his things.
Oh boy, he's getting up. Turn card, and that's a 4.
Jessie looking for a queen for the win, or a 4 for the chop.
4 would be funny.
Here. Just wanted to just.
Jessie, the big time cash game player, on the ropes right now, a big dog. He needs to strike lucky, but he does not make it happen. It's an ace of hearts. Jessie Martin out in 5th place, gonna take home 230,000. Let's go see what Jessie has to say about being dismissed from the table.
A little bit of ICM suicide right there.
Jessie, great run here at the LAPC. You don't play a lot of tournaments. Does that go into your thinking when you come in here against tournament players? You're mostly a cash game player.
I don't know if it went into my thinking. I was focused and ready to play this tournament. I don't really know if I made mistakes at the final table. I mean, I definitely made 2 plays that were extra loose. I had my reasons for them. and usually they work. I thought I made some good plays and some good reads, but yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed the tournament. The final table was fast, and it just didn't work out for me.
Well, again, great run and congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Simeon going out. Sexton out. Now Jared Griener, he completes the call.
It's on you, Daniel.
We have a non-raised pot.
It's the first time.
I'm so happy right now.
And the flop is a jack 4 deuce.
Good looking flop for Daniel here. Queen high flush draw, backdoor straight draw.
Jared will bet this with his queen 9, 100,000, and Daniel's called. Turn card's 9, hits Jared.
That's the card that Jared was looking for. And it's one that Daniel is going to take an opportunity to bluff on. Jared not going anywhere. Makes this call.
River card is a deuce. Pairs the board, no help to Daniel.
Safe looking card for Jared thus far. Daniel has followed through on his bluffs.
Getting out betting chips again. Yes, he'll bet. He'll try to take a steal here with 400,000.
I have a deuce.
Now he's a little worried that Daniel has a deuce somehow, but Jared also knows that there's a lot of missed draws that Daniel can have here, so does he want to make this call with a 9?
I feel like you're not bluffing right now. For once.
Well, it's unraised before the flop, too. So you could be playing with, well, you just never know with this guy. He could be playing anything, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tricky, but this would be a nice solid call if he should make it. And he is going to make the good call.
Figured it was a 9.
Yeah.
Nice hand from Jared there. Bets when he didn't have very much, and then when he turned a bluff catcher, he correctly checked the Daniel twice and caught him bluffing.
Right now we have 4 players battling for this championship and $1 million first place prize. Daniel Strelitz is the major chip leader with about 7.6. Mike Sexton there showing his son Ty.
Ty, you gotta go to work here. We're not doing very well. Come on, you can do this. Time for a rush.
Wearing the championship belt he got in Montreal earlier this season.
Let's see if Mike can stick around and turn this around. Action going on Strelitz, the chip leader. And he's gonna muck this one, and now Simeon with a queen 7 also folding.
I'm on it.
Mike, he's gone all in.
All right, let's see what we got. I've been lucky in these spots so far, but not this time. That's a pretty bad hand.
It is.
So Mike sees a picture of his son on his phone, and maybe that's the good luck charm.
Not as bad as it gets to call an all-in, I think.
Runs are now up to 30 and 60,000 with a $10,000 ante.
10, 30, 60. I guess that benefits me. Can't get it too high. I wish we were playing 600,000 blind right now.
Yeah.
Mike just won a pot, but then the blinds go up, and he's right back where he started.
Action on the Bulgarian. He's going to fold to now Sexton. He's got the kings again.
Hey, hey.
I'm on it.
He's got the kings. He's gone all in.
Call.
Oh.
Daniel with a quick insta-call with ace-7.
Yeah, real quick call from ace-7 there. Daniel behind, looking for those 3 outs.
It's the same exact hand he beat me on before. I had 2 kings, he had ace-7 offsuit. Come ace 8-3.
Yeah, I think it was ace-4, but it's all the same, basically.
Can lightning track twice here.
Don't worry about this, Mike. You have the second best hand in all of Texas Hold'em. All you.
I think I'm gonna hold this time.
Yeah, there you go. You're gonna hold this time.
Staying positive. Here we go with the flop. Let's see what his kings do. Oh no, it's ace-jack-7 on the flop.
And there is an ace on the board. And suddenly Mike is drawing very thin for his tournament life. He's gonna need runner straight or a king.
He needs a king. Or 10 queen.
Just a queen or a 10 and give me a little extra sweat.
It's just tough to crack this Daniel's luck.
9 of clubs on the turn, no help, and so a king and only a king on the river will save Mike Sexton's tournament.
Pretty amazing. Same hand twice he beat me.
Pretty close. Mike Sexton needs the miracle on his own show. No, an ace hits on the river. It's not going to happen for Mike.
Mike Sexton going to be our fourth place finisher, taking home just over $300,000 for his second WPT final table of this season.
What can you say? The ambassador of poker has to say goodnight. Huge tournament for him. A standing ovation for Mike Sexton as he waves goodbye. We're watching one of the masters of poker play a fine game. Let's talk to Mike.
Half this room hates me.
I don't hate you.
Mike, you moved up from your starting chip position, chopped out a little 70,000 more with that split pot. But what does it feel like to have this kind of support in the room and in the poker community that you've had behind you today?
No, it was very nice, and you know, it's just thrilling to get to a final table. As you said, I could have gone out in 5th place, I could have gone out in 6th, then I'm going out in 4th. Ironically, I had 2 kings twice against him, and he beat me both pots. So that's pretty unusual. It just shows you, I think destiny's on his side.
Daniel's run pretty well at this final table. You think anybody's going to be able to stop him?
Yeah, actually, I think Jared could possibly stop him if he can win another pot or 2 off him. He plays good, too, but they're just terrific players. They really are great players, and they deserve to be where they are right now playing for this title, so I wish them all luck. And, you know, it was a pretty good run, just didn't quite get there.
You got to go back to work?
I'm not going back to work. Tony can do it.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm taking the night off. I'm going to the bar.
Simeon goes out. Jared with a Jack-3 wants to see the flop. He'll stick around.
Earlier in this final table, both Jared and Simeon were being very careful out of the blind against Daniel, but now that there's no short stack, you see that they are refusing to fold.
The noses are bloodied up, playing poker now. They both check here. And a 7 on the turn, hitting Daniel. Jared losing interest, checks again. Daniel setting up a trap, perhaps, checks as well.
And I really like this adjustment from Daniel. He knows that he can't bulldozer his opponents right now the way he could when there was 2 short stacks at the table. Jared's going to take a shot at bluffing, and I think he's going to get his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Now we find out if you ever bluff.
Jack high.
There we go. He says, now we find out if you ever bluff, and Daniel, correct this time. His opponent is in fact bluffing with Jack high, so a well-played hand there, taking the more passive line.
I guess you got your answer. But I guess you got your answer.
Yep. It's a good answer. That's what I was looking to hear.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because Daniel just didn't know how Griener was playing. Sometimes you play with these guys for days and you still don't know what the heck they're doing.
One day we're going to cut to Niall Farrell in the audience and he's not going to be drinking, but that is not today.
Oh boy. That's the beauty of the World Poker Tour. Drinks allowed at the final table.
Drinks encouraged at the final table.
Yeah, that's right.
Daniel up to 200,000 here in the small blind. Simeon's got a pair of 7s in the big blind. How's he want to play this?
It's going to make it a total of 660.
All in.
A push by Daniel, though, and a call.
And that was a very well-played hand by Simeon. You can tell there he went into that raise with a plan. He said, if my opponent goes all in, I'm calling. And he catches Daniel with ace-4 suited here, making a move out of the small blind. And now is all in good shape to double up as we go to the flop.
It's a Jack-9-4. That is good for Simeon.
Yeah, good for Simeon, but Daniel picks up a 4, so he's got 5 outs, looking for a 4 or an ace. Otherwise, Simeon gonna get a big double up here.
Oh, 6 of diamonds on the turn. The Bulgarian still out in front with a great opportunity to double up. Got to dodge one more card. It's a 5 of hearts. He's done it.
That is the first serious setback of this final table for Daniel Strelitz.
Everyone is out there looking for their perfect match, someone that completes them, brings them value. Well, at WPT Global, we want to be your perfect match. Get a 100% deposit match bonus, now up to $1,500, along with bonus tournament tickets and more. Deposit today using the promo code YT66 and give your bankroll a perfect match.
I definitely had you on the flop.
Yeah, exactly.
I shouldn't have slow played it, I guess. Another one of these big bets. 875? Yeah. I think I can fold my hand. I think I can really beat as a bluff, though. Unless you just have top pair.
Jared telling himself that his opponent could be betting a worse hand for value.
It's a bad turn as ever. I think I can fold this. Can't fold it.
He's going to call, he's going to pay it off, he's going to be sickened, but that's life in the poker game.
I feel like Jared has psyched himself out in his three-handed match. He was playing great for most of the final table, but all of a sudden he's playing so passive at all of the wrong times.
Good river. Could have got all our chips in, you would have busted me, but...
And they are drinking and singing and having the fun.
Okay, now it's starting to lighten up over there. Now we're gonna hear from him.
The tequilas are already in the game.
The tequilas?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, getting wilder and wilder.
Daniel Strelitz with 7.4, Simeon behind him with 6.5, and now Jared down to about 1.7.
It's got 17 blinds. As our blinds and antes have gone up, we are playing 50,000, 100,000 with a 15K ante. Action with Daniel Strelitz on the button, and he's going to go up to 225. Simeon, with pocket eights in the small blind, will call. And now Jared has ace-queen suited in the big blind, so you know what time it is, Vince.
You would think it, and he's going to do it. He's gone all in.
How much?
Daniel with a quick muck. But Simeon will make this call. Showdown battle.
Ace, queen of diamonds, pocket eights.
So Jared, in a coin flip for his tournament life,
Whatever they're saying, the opposite of that.
well, he's in bad shape here, but he hasn't lost his sense of humor. Jared at risk. If he gets this double up, he'll be right back in the mix of things. If not, he's our third place finisher and gets 430,000.
Here's the flop. There's an ace, 8, 9, 3 of a kind for Simeon. Aces for Jared. 3 eights. This has turned into a soccer game.
We want a diamond.
Yeah, it's not over yet. He's in bad shape, but it's not over yet.
No.
Diamond's coming, though.
Jared needs either running ace-queen full house, or running diamonds, or running straight jack-10.
Deuce of diamonds.
Going to the turns. No, it's a jack of spades.
So it is not over yet.
We still have 4 outs, 4 outs, 4 outs.
A 10 would give this pot to Jared. Otherwise, he's going to be our third place finisher.
10! 10, baby!
I should like stand up and put my bag on. That's how it's gonna happen.
Can Jared possibly catch that 10?
10, baby! Over there, come on. It's yours, 10. 10.
No, not to be. It's a queen.
High fives all around.
Good game, man. Good game.
Jared Griener out in third place. Going to take home $431,000. He is gone, and we are down to heads-up action. But first, let's talk to Jared.
Jared, you almost didn't get in this event. Now you made the final table of the World Poker Tour. How do you feel about tonight's performance?
I'm super happy. I'm really competitive. I love winning, and I hate losing more than anything in the world. So, you know, winning $400,000 is pretty ridiculous. I'm really, really happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Jared.
8.4 for Simeon, 7.2 for Daniel Strelitz. There's chanting going on at the Commerce Casino. Simeon from Bulgaria with his group of cronies.
Пичове, бата, ако не мокнете, не Сериозно ви казвам. В смисъл, искам да се фокусирам малко и да игра. Ако не мъкнете, ще стане... Много ви моля. В смисъл, не игра за 100К, сещате ли се?
Things getting serious.
Okay, action with Daniel here and pocket threes. Going to 225. Simeon with Jack 8 of spades in the big blind will make this call.
And the flop is a queen, queen 5.
It's a pretty good looking flop for Daniel. And he's going to take a little stab for 150. And it looks like his small sizing is going to keep Simeon in this pot. He makes the call with just Jack high.
And the turn card is a 3, making threes full for Daniel, and a 4 flush there for Simeon.
That was the #1 best card in the deck for Daniel.
And there's the bet, 525, and now Simeon with hope will make this call.
Simeon stuck in this pot now. He doesn't realize he doesn't want a spade.
Oh, and it gets worse. Ace of spades.
Ooh, yeah. Well, he thinks he's just hit gin, and instead he has run into a full house.
Oh, he's checked it. Daniel now getting out the betting chips.
1.4 million into 1.8. So will Simeon call or raise? That's the question now. He will call.
Luckily, and Simeon smiling.
And he shows him the spades.
Daniel Strelitz taking down the pot, and once again, he is the chip leader. Now Daniel with an ace-5 of spades, right back on it. Gonna make it 225 to go. Simeon with a jack-9. Here we go. Flop is a king 10-3.
Check, check. And a queen on the turn will give Simeon a straight to the king.
300,000.
His opponent just has ace high, so Daniel will fold there, and Simeon will not get paid off.
Копеле, млъкнете, бе, не с***ам, бе, вие бавни ли сте? Не с***ам, млъкнете малко. Не мога да се крака, ми викате, бате, не си чувам мислите от вас.
He said, I told you I wanted ice cream.
He's mad at them. Yeah, it's too loud. It's too loud.
He's happy with them, so keep going.
Craziness going on here.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody berate their own rail before.
Daniel Strelitz still out in front with 9.6. Simeon close to 6. And Simeon this time with a 7-6.
Simeon to 250, but Daniel makes it 700 with ace-jack. Simeon, maybe a little bit on tilt, judging from his behavior, makes the call here. So we go to a flop.
Oh, wow.
Jack 5 on the flop. Could not be better for Daniel.
3 of a kind. He puts in a bet of 425. Of course, Simeon has absolutely nothing, and he throws away that hand. Things starting to look real good for the local from Orange County, Daniel Strelitz, with family in tow. Can he take down his first title and take home the million? We will see. Action goes down to Simeon. He has ace-5. He likes it. He's going to raise it to 260. Daniel with a king-9.
Gonna make the call here. So we'll go to this flop. These guys are playing about 50 big blinds effective. And it is 10-8-7, so open-ended for Daniel and just ace-high for Simeon. Check, check.
Turn card is a 9, so that is going to hit Daniel with 9s now.
He'll take the lead here, but checks over to Simeon. And now, Simeon eyeing his chips. He's going to fire out here as a bluff.
Yeah, just ace-high, no straight.
And it's going to work. Daniel lays down second pair.
Yeah, Simeon's mixing up aggressive play. Very good instincts by the Bulgarian. There's the Champions Cup champ gets his name inscribed on that with all the other WPT champions over all the years. Daniel, he will raise it. Simeon with a king-queen has made the call. Here we go with the flop.
Queen 6-7 on the flop, so something for everyone here. Top pair for Simeon, open-ended straight draw for Daniel. And he'll follow through for $325,000. Simeon.
Will he check raise here? Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Close to $1 million. Now you're open-ended. Do you take a stab and make this call?
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to speculate, hope to hit lightning in a bottle.
Daniel looking for an 8 or a 3.
And he gets the 8.
Man, that's the one.
And now Simeon's going to check it.
Okay, so he check raised the flop, but now he checks over to Daniel on the turn. He only has a little more than pot behind, so we'll see what happens here.
There it goes, $1,350,000. Now Simeon with top pair. I don't know how you get away from this hand.
I don't either.
All in.
Call in.
And Simeon's gonna go all in. Daniel snap calls, and this tournament is over.
That's the championship.
We won.
We won.
Daniel has won it. Amazing.
Well, that's going to do it, Vince. It was an exciting heads-up match and a great effort from Simeon all the way over from Bulgaria. Going to take home over $600,000, but tonight, all about Daniel Strelitz.
Yeah, Daniel Strelitz is our champion, taking home over $1 million. What an exciting event for him. And right now, Simeon's going over to talk to Matt Savage.
Daniel said you were his toughest opponent. How do you feel about tonight?
Actually, I'm pretty happy with the way I played. I'm very happy with the result I have. So it was a great experience for me.
Well, a great result. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Vince, over to you.
Let's hear it for our champion, Daniel Strelitz.